let's get into the first game. Now, Stevenage, they played Bristol Rovers. They lost 4-0, with Sam Finley scoring in the 36th minute, Elliot Anderson scoring in the 50th, Harry Anderson scoring in the 54th, and Aaron Collins scoring in the 74th minute. Stevenage were just completely dominated, and Bristol Rovers were by far the better team. They had more energy, they were more clinical, more shots on target and stuff like that. And just really dominated the play. I feel like our players seems to be tired and weren't really able to keep up with the Bristol Rovers players. And I definitely think that's the statistics here that I've got in front of me definitely do show that. I mean, Stevenage did have their fair share of chances and did get 12 shots, but only managed to have 2 shots on target, which shows that the team were not being very clinical at all, whereas Bristol Rovers, they had twice the amount of shot and over 5 times the amount of shots on target, with 24 shots and 11 shots on target. So they clearly had a lot more chances and a lot more clinical chances compared to Stevenage, and I think that translated over to the possession of the ball as well. And just with the ball retention, the passing, with a 63% possession from Bristol Rovers and then 37% from Stevenage, they were just very, very outclassed, outplayed, and the concerning thing with this is they're both in the same division, and the distance between the teams and their performances shouldn't be that high.
Filling me in on bits. But yeah, the other day, she's like, yeah, it's probably up there with as bad as that storm. And I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, in my lifetime, I've never seen a storm like this before. To the fact that the the O2's roof got torn off.
I couldn't believe that.
Obviously, yeah, we were aware it wasn't solid. It was like a plasticky kind of thing. But like you could see that was on there tight. It's been on there for years. And I've never even seen
it just blows away.
Like in another storm, like, oh yeah, the O2's rippling a bit. Like never even heard any kind of story about that. And just suddenly just have a headline pop through like, oh, roof torn off O2 Arena. I'm like, oh, that's damn. What? Like I knew it was bad, but what? Like I saw bare people like, oh no, Dave's concert's meant to be this week.
Yeah. It got cancelled.
There was a TikTok and this guy was like walking through his house with white bed sheets. I was like, me on my way to fix the O2 Arena so Dave can perform his concert. But yeah, he put up a statement saying that it's going to be delayed refunds or whatever, or while they're trying to sort it, I guess maybe rearrange locations and that.
It's all about family vacations, last minute packing, anxiety, and acting on impulse. Because, ladies and gentlemen, without ruining, because of course next episode's gonna be like, this is how it went. Without ruining it, I walked into the living room on Saturday after telling my parents repeatedly that I wanted no involvement in our, I don't know how to put this nicely without sounding like that one child, in our family activities, to be like, so, hey, is it too late to, join the family vacation? To which of the answer was no, it's not too late. The only issue was, I didn't do the math. So see, asking on Saturday, that's not bad if you leave in a week's time. If you leave on you ask on Saturday, you leave the Saturday off, that's not bad. That's a week to pull your life together. I didn't do that. I didn't do the math. So I asked on Saturday. Everything's closed on Sunday. You can't really do anything on Sunday. And then I procrastinate like a crazy person. So of course I got nothing done Monday. Today is Tuesday.
The story that actually is kind of finally getting going is the initiative to bring the vaccine to children aged 5 to 11. We talked about this a little while ago, about how, it was still something that was in discussion because there are loads of different working parts to that age range. And, you'd think, well, why don't they have the vaccine already? Well, it's not quite that simple, and we'll go over that in just a second. But they will be offering a low-dose version of the COVID vaccine to 5 to 11-year-olds across England. The important thing there is it is a lower dosage. It's not the full vaccine, but we'll get into that a little bit more. It's about a third of the strength of the adult vaccine. Obviously, it has to be different because these are younger people, their immune systems are different. And actually, children in this age range actually are very, very minimally at risk of being severely ill from COVID. So, there is a lot of difference here that they've had to factor into this process.
So what inspired you to apply to join Attentive?
I got a bit of a different story. So I originally applied for Attentive a while back. I didn't get in.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get in. quite a religious person.
Mhm.
I'm a Muslim. I know you can't see, but I am a Muslim. So for me, everything happens for a reason. So I didn't get there. I was a bit like, oh, I think I was a bit upset at first. Then I was like, I guess it's not meant to be. And then I went to the experience week, like I said, and I didn't realise that it was the same organisation that I had applied for before.
Oh.
So I went in, and then I was like, and then I put the piece together, and I was like, oh my god, this is where I've been rejected from.
Rejected.
And then but I really enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed it, which is the reason I didn't even like go into it, and I always do this to myself. Going into it, I did not think I would apply. Like I thought it would be like a couple of years work experience, and then that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did end up applying again, and I got everything time.
Yay! Yay. Back to the topic of conversation. So just before we took that music break, I talked about how phones are actually meant to be escalating loneliness. Loneliness. I don't know why my tongue didn't work on that one. Absolutely delayed. But researchers actually found that a portion of 15 to 16-year-olds in the UK are feeling more alienated among their peers, which has actually tripled since 2000. Like the year 2000, to 33%, 1 in 3. I thought that was interesting because as someone who was in high school, secondary school, whatever you want to call it, from 2010 to 2015, I really think that was the surge of people having smartphones and having them at such a young age, or not really young age, shall I say, more like a crucial age for development, was interesting to say the least, because we're actually the generation that were using social media in school. Like the social medias that are now popular now, Instagram, Twitter, I mean Snapchat's no longer popular, but again, even Facebook, at the height of Facebook, I was like in year 7, so I was like 11 years old.
Right, welcome back to Real Talk, a very special episode. It is the brand new season with Carolina and
Jordan.
Now, as I mentioned last week on the very, very strange solo show, Shamari did quit. So I tried to find somebody to come along and do the show with me because it is hard. It is very, very struggling. And Mr. Jordan here, he was one of our guests. He works here with us in AUK. And I approached him. So Jordan, take it away. Say hello to everybody.
Hello everyone. Yeah, my name is Jordan Barraclough. I'm a producer / social media content producer here at AUK. I'm usually sitting in the background laughing at some of the stuff the presenters say. I'm usually producing on Whitney's show, but sometimes cover for other people on other shows. But yeah, I've been here for nearly a year now, and asking to be co-host on this show was definitely something that I wasn't expecting on, was it Friday night?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah,
Friday.
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to come in last week, but I'm here now.
Yeah, he is officially here now on the show. So everybody welcome Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Mr. Jordan.
Now, Mr. Jordan over here, he, as I and formerly Shamari, we are big film nerds, right?
Mm-hmm.
You studied film as well, innit?
Yes. Film studies, which, De Montfort, which I thought was going to be way more practical than what it was, but I definitely don't regret doing it at all.